Okay, it's still Sunday, almost 2 p.m. We're back from running errands with a neighbor. Miss Erdy don't like to go out by herself, so Muff and I go along for the ride to make sure, she gets back safe and everything. But what we're going to do now, as I promised earlier, that we're going to take a look at each path, and see how its production has been prior to me purchasing it on yesterday, Saturday evening. Yeah, so we'll start with this guy first, who's on top. And she bring it over here to the table and examine it closely. Oh, from what I see, it could be in bud there on this new fan. And there is a bud there. Okay. And, yeah, cool. I guess this main fan has already flowered. Don't see much going on there. And it's potted in sphagnum. Yeah, let me turn it. Let me see if I can pull it out of the pot to see how they have it potted up. If I could do this with one hand. Oh, goodness, Sharon, you do this with one hand. Okay, so it's loaded. Yeah, with the spag, which I'm going to be taking some of that sphagnum out. It's not going to be as much. Yeah, because it's going to be hanging. I'm going to have them hanging up there from the umbrella in this pot, this hanging pot. That's where I had them, protecting it from most of the torrential rains that we have. And it's kind of breezy up there. So that's the first path. There's a bud there, and there's a tiny bud coming out in the new fan here. Okay, so that's the first one. And it looks good. I like the mottled leaves. Didn't come with a tag. Okay, next. This guy, here's a previous spike. And a bunch of tiny little fans in there coming out. There's one. And I'm not sure what that is down in there, but it's something. I don't want to maneuver. It could be a root. Let me see. Not sure what that is, but okay. So it has, from what I can see, two fans. This is one here, and there's a tiny something growing in there. We're going to have to wait on that. Not sure what that is. The leaves are not quite mottled. They have some mottling in them, but not a lot. Okay, here's a fan here. Yeah, so that's two. It looks good. I picked those, so apparently I saw something with my limited experience with paths. So here's a tag in this guy. Okay, and they have several tags, so I'm guessing they're all about the same or close to the same. I don't know. But anyway, the spag has sort of dried out on this particular path. Here's a fan. This is a fan here. It has multiple fans. Here's a fan there, a little tiny one. And there's one tucked away down in there. That's a fan there. And here's one up front. Really nice, but I don't see. There's an old spent spike, and there's a spent spike that didn't quite make it, it looks like. I'm not sure what it is. I don't have that much experience with paths. But I'm willing to gamble with $8, not 30, okay? Because I know I am not that good with keeping paths alive. But I'm going to read up a little more and see how I can better my skills. Okay, here's another. Mottled leaves like the rest. Yep. I think they all have basically the same tags here. Eureka and Raisin. Yeah, that's the same tag there. Let's see. Here's a tiny fan coming out here. Yeah, here's another fan. So they are definitely, and here's a tiny something coming out down in there. So it's in production mode. I don't know. There's a root coming there. So I really, oh, here's a tiny, tiny something right there. Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely in production mode. I like that. And we're going to try to keep it that way. Okay. That's so far, that's four. One, two, three, four. Okay, here's another, which is really heavy. Wow, and it's really in production mode. Two fans there. That's a nice fat fan. And there's something in the leaf axis right there. Yeah. You guys can tell me what it is because I don't have that much experience, as I said before, with Paphs. I got experience in when it comes to killing them. Yeah, I do know how to kill them, but we want to stop that behavior. Yeah, and try to keep them alive. So got multiple fans coming there. Yeah, so that's five. Yeah, so I actually purchased six. I could have taken them all, but I decided to leave some for others. If I go back next week and they're still there, which I doubt they'll still be there, then I'm going to take them. Okay, here's another. See if it has the same name. Super Silk. How could they have the same name with some modeling, no modeling, blah, blah, blah? I don't know. But I guess we'll have to wait for it to flower. Okay, and look like that was the last flowering fan there. And there's a fan here. There's a tiny fan there. And there's, okay. So we do have several fans on this particular path. If I call them a foul, I apologize. Paphiopedilum. Paphiopedilums. Oh, I could never get that off my tongue. But yeah, so we have six Paphiopedilums in growth mode purchased from my favorite spot last night. Got a little tip that might be something here that I need to see. So I swung by late Saturday evening to take a look. Yeah, and after I picked up the paths, I also spied these tropicals that I don't have a name for. But if you know the name, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate the help in helping me name. I don't know if they're anthuriums or if they're philodendrons or what. Down in there is in the pot. Right, that's the first one. I fell in love with it. As you can see, I love, love, love my tropical variegated leaf plants. Here's another. It's in growth mode, definitely, but no tag. It's not exactly like this one because the leaves are wavy, like skirty, like rippled. What do they call it? There's a word for it.